Sterling, firstly, just introduce yourself to a Hong Kong audience. Just give us a little bit about you and your background.
Yeah, obviously I work in partnership with Gerald Ryan, who's a well-established sort of top-tier trainer and has been in Australia for quite a period of time now. I was involved with this stable probably 14 years ago as foreman, and it's just been in the last sort of three and a bit years we've sort of formed a partnership in training. So very exciting for me at the time, and we've been enjoying a bit of success lately.
What's it like training here at Rose Hill? We've seen a few of the facilities, and you see some of the great trainers around here as well. For a young horseman, it must be just a great opportunity to be able to watch and learn and get to be surrounded by some great horses and some great horsemen.
Yeah, well, we're not afforded just great training facilities, but there's some great trainers here also, and just being able to sort of see how they work their horses at times, and you sort of pick up little things here and there. It's really good, but Rose Hill itself lends itself to a sort of great outlook for a lot of horses. They get a really good walk from the stables, a really calm environment, and I think a lot of horses adapt to it really well.
So looking ahead to Saturday, Fernhill Mile, you've got Just Party, who bred to get over a bit of ground. We've seen the Justifiers just flying of late, and was quite a good winner last time at Wang.
Yeah, I think he's really a horse of the future. It's coming pretty quick for him. He's happened to do it all in his first preparation, but expecting a really big run from him on Saturday. He's come through his last run really well, albeit 3.5 weeks up to a mile, a bit of a question mark, but he's a really clean-winded athletic horse, and I'm sure he'll sort of bounce and put himself in the first few, and he'll look the winner at some stage.
Just thinking pedigree-wise, you look at where he could potentially get. What do you think he'll do at 3? Do you think he'll be a miler, or do you think he'll get out over even further?
Well, I think mile just might pull him up at this stage, but obviously when he goes out and develops a bit, we'll have more of an idea then. But I think at this stage, a mile just might pull him up.
If he was to perform well and say win on Saturday, would you consider backing him up into a Champagne, or would you just want to see him back again at 3?
Look, we'd just like to see how he come through the run. It has been on the agenda all the way through that if he won or pleased us and pulled up well, we give great consideration to backing him up. So we'll just get through Saturday and see how he pulls up.
Diddle Dumpling going around in the Percy Sykes. Again, you get these races that have really come to prominence over the last few years, and the Percy Sykes is one of these races that has now become quite a target race.
Yeah, well, it probably gives those fillies that aren't quite up to your slippers a good chance to have a crack at a good race on a big day for really good prize money. So she had a little setback after her last run, and that just put her on the back foot a bit, but she's big odds on Saturday, but I suggest she'll run a lot better than her odds suggest. She's coming off sort of 5 weeks up to into a Percy Sykes with genuine slipper form and some genuine A-grade form, but expecting she'll run well, and I think she can run a really cheeky race and sort of run top 5, top 6.
Well, you look at what she did last time. I know she had the setback since, but obviously Manal's come out and really franked that form twice, both in the slipper and also last weekend in the sires. So to go in with that form, the Hawks filly as well, Fly. I know she's against you again, but it does look quite good form, that Sweet Embrace form.
It does, and in all honesty, we expected to go to a first start at Hawkesbury and win well, and things didn't go right for her, but in hindsight that turned out not a bad form race as well. So she's a filly with a sort of bright future, and hopefully she can put her best foot forward Saturday.
Arctic Glamour goes around in the Queen of the Turf. She's a filly who has always looked to have plenty of potential.
Yeah, nice filly with a good turn of foot. Just the barrier gods haven't been too kind to us this preparation, and probably forces our hand a bit on Saturday again in terms of we'll probably have to go back and sort of let her find her feet. But she's going terrific. Right on top of the ground is what she likes. The first couple of runs are on sort of softish tracks, and she doesn't really appreciate it, but she's going really well. Her work at home's been tip-top, and I think if she can get the breaks and get a drag into the race, she'll run a really good race.
Yeah, you mentioned the barriers haven't been too kind, obviously drawn wide last time, but she hit the line well. I know you'd ridden her forward before that. If there was the opportunity to ride her forward, would you prefer her to be ridden that way?
Look, we've tried riding her forward before, but she just doesn't quite finish off her races as well. She's a filly with a good turn of foot, and if you use her early, she just lacks for that turn of foot late. So, maybe we can get her run sort of 3/4 of the way back, 3 wide with cover, but we'll just leave that one up to Jason.
And a filly like her, what do you do with her after this? There's obviously options up in Queensland, or do you put her out and bring her back again at 4?
Yeah, look, with the last run, last preparation being in the 1,000 Guineas, which has been pushed back, she didn't get a real good breakout, and probably give great consideration pulling up stumps after Saturday, just give her a good 5-week spell and get her ready for the spring.
And I look at what she did in the spring. She just, again, you think that at her best, she's more than capable of mixing it in this grade.
Yeah, most definitely. It's a very good race on Saturday with some very good mares in it, and she's probably yet to tick that box at the top tier against the older mares. But I think going forward, sort of next preparations, she'll be right up there with them.
Ballroom Bella steps up in grade, goes around in the Sapphire Stakes. It looks quite a deep race again, but they're an even group of mares.
They are. Once again, drawn a bad barrier with her, and so has been the case the last few starts. Rode her forward the other day, not our intention, but just rode her out of her comfort zone and never really allowed her to finish off. So, I think on Saturday from the awkward barrier, we just hope to sort of get 3 wide with cover somewhere, give her a chance to switch off. When she does, she's got a really good turn of foot, and I think if things go our way and we get a few favours, she'll be finishing off really well, and I think she can be right amongst them.
We saw her in the Fireball 2 go back to last and really find the line. Again, we'll see that form tested earlier in the day through the likes of Corniche. But I guess that's, you had the opportunity of going to the Arrowfield, being a 3-year-old. What was it that made you choose to go towards the Sapphire?
Look, to be perfectly honest, we just thought it was a softer option for her. Sat down, done the speed maps, and, this is the race we thought suited the best, albeit with a bad barrier. There looks good, genuine speed. Probably a couple at the top of the market might be a question mark at 1,200 and a genuine 1,200. If the speed's on and we can get a good run in transit at some stage, she'll be rattling late.
Of the 4 runners you've got across the card, who do you think would be the one that Hong Kong racegoers or Hong Kong bettors should be following?
I think the 2-year-old in the first is a really nice horse, and even if he doesn't win Saturday, I think you should be following him into next preparation.